Bright Light City, gonna set my soul on fire, got a whole lot of money that's ready to... Hold on a minute. This is the lyrics to Viva Las Vegas by Elvis Presley. Who gave me this? Who gave me this? Byron's not here, and instead of giving me some useful notes, you give me this piece of crap? Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. Welcome to PSGL free round 4 here in Las Vegas, as you have already guessed by me horrendously reciting the lyrics to the famous Elvis Presley song. No Byron tonight, he's been promoted up to F1, lucky git. So I'm taking the reins, I'm Otaku Logan, and I am joined by a new member of our team, I think. Is it Golf King?
Yes, no. Cheers, mate. Looking forward to be here. Gotta say, some great lyrics as well, and
Sorry.
You can do the great... you can do the great impersonation of Elvis, that's even better. Viva Las Vegas!
Yeah, we're here for qualifying here in Las Vegas. 15 drivers, all ready to go. Notable absences. I believe Riley Mackay couldn't make it in time at the last minute. Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough, it's still there, so I'm trying to stay cool. Other absences tonight include Larpa, who is sick, Lewis, who had a family emergency just come at the last minute, Raphael studying, I mean it is important somewhat, Indy Ribsy has still got a test, Spicer is not home, Fazio is away from home as well, and Marios is currently dominating the championship in terms of the standings. He has 40 points ahead of Hazara, who has 29, Top G on 24, Spicer on 22, and Hihilo in 5th on 14 points. Only 5 drivers have managed to finish on the podium, those being Marios, Hazara, Top G, Spicer, and Raphael, who's not here this weekend. But here we are at the famous, or should I say infamous, Las Vegas circuit, and I hope you're not a fan of drain covers.
Yeah, no, that was pretty bad what happened to the old Connor Sainz. I think the one for this one is all going to be down that Sector 3, down the Las Vegas Boulevard. It's an absolutely phenomenal straight, and obviously the DRS is going to come into tuition there. So I'm looking forward to seeing that we're going to see a lot of overtakes there. But the rest of the track is quite nitty-gritty. Obviously, some of the corners are quite hard. You know, these guys have only driven this track probably a couple of times, probably on practice. So it's going to be really interesting to see it actually in the flesh tonight with these guys going hell for level for it. I have just lost Logan there for a second. Are you still there, Logan?
Oh, sugar, I muted myself. I'm such an idiot. Sorry about that, guys. Can you hear Golf King's audio, by the way? I can hear it, but I'm asking the stream, because we want to make sure we can hear you nice and clear. You've got audio sharing turned on, yes?
Yep, mate. No drama. I'm all good. Ready to go.
So I was about to say, just go past the turn 4, take a short right-hander, take past the sphere, a chicane, and then of course the monorail just next to it. And here's the big part, the Las Vegas Strip in all of its glory. The dazzling lights of Paris and the fountains of Bellagio all zipping past and into the slowed chicane. Careful not to hit the wall, or that will definitely ruin your lap and possibly your session. Luke Thomason coming towards the line as Griglich sets the first time. What will Luke Thomason's time be as he cuts the corner? As he should, 1:31.19. A lot of our drivers, what you can see, we've got Golf King.
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see who's going to set the first banker, and obviously 1:31.9 is pretty good. Obviously, Greg Claire is 8.5 tenths off, or 7.5 tenths off that time. You've also got NLR Justin Hughes now just on a purple in Sector 1. He looks like he will be the next one coming through at the moment. The track is getting pretty full currently, so yeah, it's going to be quite congested, I think, but hopefully these guys can get out and do their laps that they want to do. As you can see there, NLR Missapala has just done a 1:31.328, so the times are going to start to come through, and the track's going to start to warm up very, very quickly, Logan.
Yes, so we have 6 times on the board. Marius is just 36 thousandths down and in second place. We have Hazara on a fast lap going down the strip. As you can see, it says Vegas, Vegas, Vegas everywhere. We can't get the naming rights. With that big balloon there is Paris, so, and it's got the half-scale Eiffel Tower, so that's a clue as well. So we see Hazara coming to the line. He's been pretty good in qualifying so far this season. Can he improve on his time? Yes, he can. 15 thousandths down on Luke Thompson, but ahead by just over 200ths of Marius in the Alfa Romeo.
Times are coming in very, very quickly now. Obviously, literally a tenth between the top two at the moment, but a lot of 31s at the moment, so everyone pretty matched out. And there you go, another one coming in. Marius there, 1:31.227 at the moment. So Luke Thompson, the quickest car on track in that lovely McLaren. You've also got Miss Lash as well. It looks like he's slowing down a little bit. Yeah, it looks like he's dropped out of that lap. You've also got GT Cortez, who is invalidated and going into the pits now. And obviously CPTOPG is coming around on an out lap.
Top G.
So still three. Top G, my apologies. Still 3 guys, still to set times at the moment, but yeah, looking very, very impressive by those times, Logan.
Yeah, just a reference for Las Vegas qualifying in the Formula 1, it was a 1:33.800. We probably overset the mark when it comes to doing times around here. But of course, actually no, it wasn't an 800. I'm sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing entirely. It was a 1:32.726. Sorry, I read the wrong time. But still, 1.5 seconds faster than the real pole time. So, oh dear. I don't know what happened to Top G there. I think he's got damage. Yeah, he's lost his entire front wing, so he's going to have to come in after doing an outlap. It's quite a tough track if you have never tested it before. I've done it myself. It is quite difficult, especially turn 3, the turn at the win, just before the strip, the chicane. Oh, and the MSG Sphere chicane is pretty tough as well. Very testing slow corners, but it makes up for the very fast and fun streaks we have.
Yeah, no, I agree. Obviously, you've got those big straights, which is all about your acceleration and trying to get as many overtakes you can in into DRS. But you've got some of those corners that come up near the sphere, like you said, that just come straight up on you as well. So you're coming full lock to the right, then you're coming full lock to the left, and then you have to brake and then get to that sphere area as well, where you've got that double chicane. So you've got to really time it. It's going to be very, very difficult as well, because obviously these guys are just setting their laps at the moment. Obviously, when they get onto the track, they've got to be careful of their surroundings as well, because there's going to be so many cars around them. So it's going to be bumper to bumper, but yeah, you've also got to be very aware. As you can see there, CPI Top G losing his front wing, very easy to see. And obviously more drama. Apparently Lucas Thompson has now been given a 5 grid
That'll be moved
for blocking.
That always happens in this game. He didn't do anything wrong. It happens all the time, and what usually happens is we usually restart the session, because they're not blocking each other. They're on out laps. They're just, lining up in an ordinary fashion. It is a game glitch, and they're doing nothing wrong, as you can see. So please ignore that. We will have to do a lobby restart after this. I do apologise, everyone, but it's the way it goes, I guess. If we get more than one, we're definitely going to have to restart this, unless they finish last or something, which is very unlikely the case. So we have no one on a lap. Don't tell me Top G's done it again. Top G has lost his wing again. I have absolutely no clue how you can do that twice
Yeah, me neither. I think I was wondering if that was actually a glitch or not, if that was actually true, but it is, because he was actually on a lap, and then he invalidated, and then, yeah, he's lost his front wing.
The
So,
last time he did a lap, it was actually an out lap. He lost his wing, which is quite unusual. Quite unusual, but only Griglick's on a lap right now, and he's at the sphere chicane, as I'm going to christen it. You see the sphere behind there. No yellow face, unfortunately. You'll have to go and watch BFDI to find a yellow face, like if you get the reference. And look, and Marius also on a lap. Marius the championship leader by 11 points with several rounds to go, but still. And I'm assuming Griglick will have a lot of toes coming up.
I think he's actually dropped out of his lap there. He may have dropped out of his lap. Just going to keep on board with him at the moment, Griglick. ETA Evil's on a lap as well, and he's coming through. He is on a lap. Yeah, okay. I just looked like he dropped out a little bit because of his time.
Goes up to 8.
131.
So who is still on the lap? I think Thomason and Marius are still on their laps. Marius is faster than last time. He should be taking the pole. But those Luke Thomason is maybe very close. They're very close in terms of how much they've improved. Marius just improved a little more, so it is going to be down to the wire on the second run of laps here at the strip. So here comes Marius towards the final corner. He's 2 tenths ahead of his previous time. Luke Thomason hasn't improved much more. This may be a change in the pecking order coming to the line. Here comes Marius towards the finish straight, which is on quite an unusual angle, I have to say. They had to make it permanent so that they could host a race. And he does go to the top, but what about Luke Thomason? Has he found any improvement? No, he has not. He has improved, but he hasn't jumped Marius. Marius now with the top time. Hazara is coming around towards the win. And, nearly hits the wall.
Yeah, low on fuel as well, so he's really pushing it for this lap. As you can see, yeah, Disney did hit the wall coming up the Las Vegas Boulevard. Lovely straight, hitting around 360k. That is probably around about 215 mile an hour. So phenomenal speeds there. Go, loses the back end out, and there you go. He's lost it. He's invalidated. So unfortunately, very easy to do through that double winder there, isn't it?
It is. And yes, I heard you say kilometers. I have one question for you. WTF is a kilometer? I can't say the actual thing because I get done for it.
WTF
is a kilometer.
Well, I'm from the UK originally, so obviously miles per hour is what we use. But obviously I'm in New Zealand, so now it's K's. Everything else.
The joke just flew over your head. I was making a reference to Logan Sargent because Americans they make jokes about Americans saying, WTF is a kilometer. Funnily enough, Logan himself said he knows what a kilometer is, but he plays along with the joke anyway. Anyway, who is on or close to lap? Thomason is in. Marius is coming in. Slash is not improving by the looks of it. LRB is on a lap, but he's backed off, sorry. Justin is backed off, of course, because he's finished his lap. I think it's Sapala. Sapala, by the way, we've missed 17 thousandths off of Marius' time. Only the other driver in the 130.9s, but barely scraping through. 1,000th faster than a 131 flat.
Yeah, extremely tight up there. Also, OP Twist has just invalidated as well. A few invalidations as well, and you can see LRBO5 as well. He's invalidated going to the pits, so as soon as they've invalidated, they're going out. I think of Twist no, he's still going to go. He's just going to wait until we get into the pits. But yeah, like you're saying with that time, that's very impressive. That just tells you how tight it is between Marius and Mispala. They're 130.999 and then 130.982. The thing is Luke Thompson and GL Ethan going to be able to push and get those last couple of attempts and try and push to get to even get to P3 from P2? It's going to be very interesting, and if there's no traffic on the track, that might be an easier way just to get out and try and push in their laps, but coming down probably to the closing stages of the last couple of laps that they're going to be able to do, and if they do invalidate, that's going to be game over for them, Logan.
Yes, and I see Top G, Luke Thomason, and Twist already making their way out, as well as Cortez coming out of the pit lane. A pit lane right on the apex of that first turn, maybe quite a little dangerous when we get around to the race, as the drivers make their way out once again to the adoration of so many fans who have made here, even those who have torn down the screening and got a free ticket to themselves. I had to make that up, I'm sorry.
What was your thoughts to the Las Vegas race?
Let's not talk about Thursday night. That was a shambles. Oh, and Top G doing a bit of a drift, and Hazara gets a grid penalty. That will definitely be removed. We'll be doing a restart eventually. Look at them all just going out, just knocking each other for trying to find some position. Let's hope it's not a Monza 2019. I'm sure it won't be. They're all just galloping around. It's trying to find the optimum position to not get blocked, but also not to block. Ethan there going out around the Haas's, and it's quite an unusual sight here, seeing all the cars queuing like they're queuing for the unemployment line. Oh no, Logan. Meanwhile, Top G is going at nearly 4 miles per hour on this strip. Maybe he's just waving hello to those who haven't paid their ticket. We did sell the PSGL tickets a little cheaper, about $5 cheaper for audience participants. No, I'm joking. Enough about the Las Vegas Grand Prix problems. I'm sure they'll be fixed for the next edition. Look at this. You might think it's the race if we sped this up 3 times the speed. As another fog grid penalty being given there. So we're unsure what's happening here, but they've got to go ASAP, and I'm sure the top drivers, Justin's not going to get that penalty. Luke Thomason is starting his lap with Top G behind. Let's go on board with Luke Thomason coming around turn 2 and now number 3. Applying a little throttle. Getting out there. And oh dear, I gotta stop here because there's a massive bottleneck on what's going on here. It's gone now, but there was a massive bottleneck at the chicane. And that was quite unusual. The one at the chicane, I don't think they're all going to make it. I don't think Slash is going to make it. I don't think Devon's going to make it. Devon's not made it. Twist has not made it. They have slowed down too much, and they're not going to get another time on the board. Shambles.
No, they're not. Luke Thompson as well, though, talking about time, and the guy at the moment who is in front of all this traffic and probably in the better position that he can possibly be is actually 1.5 tenths up on his time at the moment. So it's looking likely that he could take even P2 or even P1. He's going to have to gain as much momentum as he can coming up the Las Vegas Boulevard now, the longest straight of the track. Here we go. He's got a purple. He is 1.181. It's looking like pole, and the question is going to be, is Marius or Mispala, are they quicker with all of that congestion going on earlier on, which I've not seen at this track? Everyone is out on track apart from the 2 people that missed out on Twist and Devon. And here we go, he's going to cross the line and he's going to set 1:38.97. He's gone pole. Back to you.
Marius needs to have a fantastic third sector here coming through the final corner. Is it going to be good enough? It is good enough. 1:38.54, but Msapala's coming to the line next. Can he find the miracle to take pole position? No, he cannot. He stays in third. Ethan is not fast enough. Hazara needs to get somewhere, and I don't think it's going to be pole position. I think Marius might have yet another pole position, and he gets second by 2 thousandths. 2 thousandths. Missed the pole position but it is Marios once again. His qualifying is unpenetrable. Once again, Marios, I've got to check how many times has this guy got pole position. That is the third race in a row. Marios has got pole position, and is it? Why is it? I'm still trying to hit. Yeah, it is the third race in a row he's got pole position, not the fastest lap. Luke Thomason got the first one of the season, and he's in third. Look at all these grid positions. Yeah, we're definitely going to a restart here. We'll be back in a minute. But Top G, by the way, at the very back, really struggled with this track. So it's Mario Cesara, Luke Thomason, Justin, M. Sapala, your top five. The rest of the list is there. And we're going to take a break over the next few minutes. So just stay tuned, and we'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, I forgot to leave this session. So just be a few minutes, folks. We're going to start a new lobby, and we're going to get the grid set up, and then we'll be getting to the race, a 25-lap race around the Las Vegas Strip. So just stay tuned. We'll be back in a few moments. Alright, we're back. We're just about to get restarted here in Las Vegas after a brief break. Once a reminder, Marios is on pole with Hazara on the front row as well. Luke Thomason in third, Justin fourth, Imsapala fifth, and Grigley sixth. On the fourth row, we've got Ethan and Kahilu. Fifth row, Twist and LRB. Then Devon, Evil, Slash, Cortez, and Top G, the bottom five. Golf King, you still with us?
Yeah, no, I'm still here. I was just letting you just go through the grid, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. Obviously, going to be very close between the top two. Obviously, we saw in qualifying literally 0.003 of a second that you said earlier on, and obviously this guy cannot stop getting poles. Maybe P3. I'm trying to remember who was in P3. I think it was Mispala or NLS Mispala or Hazara, maybe. I think. May have got a little bit more time in that car if we didn't have so much congestion going early on, which was absolutely madness to see on a track like this where you really do need to really time yourself to get your qualifying lap done properly. But yeah, first time seeing that, so that was quite interesting, Logan.
Absolutely. So I'm just checking if the grid is correct. Everyone has to get their setups. That's not right. Looking for race director. Quick click. Just let me know if the race is starting. Twist. It'll be Devon, Eagle, M/Cortez, and Top G at the rear. As you can see, they're all just choosing their setup. Looks like some drivers are going medium, some drivers are going hard. I see a bit of a rogue dealer here, a soft tired driver. We've got a gambler. Oh, never mind. He's hard. Yeah, we're going to be chopping and changing. This is just the race director screen. You can see a lovely pit lane. It costs us millions on millions of pixels to build. And it's got the big F1 sign at the top, which is just gorgeous. So, just waiting for everyone to ready up, and we will have a race on our hands. I hope.
Yeah, it's going to be very exciting. Can't wait to get these guys out on track and yeah, get underway. Obviously, the first couple of corners is going to be very, very interesting. Probably gather momentum to see who's going to get the lead, and then obviously we'll start to get momentum. We'll probably start to see overtakes going on. But yeah, the tyre strategy here is going to be very interesting. Whoever's going to start on the hards or the mediums, or if someone's going to gamble and try and push those softs all the way. But over to you, Logan.
Here we go. We have 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and it is lights out in Vegas, baby! And we have 15 cars heading to the first corner, and it looks like Hazara is going to have a look at the inside, but not even close. Instead, he's got Luke Thomason for company around the outside. He tries to hold the position. Marios leads into turn number 3 ahead of Hazara. Luke Thomason, we've already lost 2 drivers. Oh dear, that's an almighty crash there. That is Devon and Evil out the race. Top G is involved. LRB and Cortez has lost his entire front wing. Look at the debris. That is unbelievable. And of course, it is it's just a yellow flag. It's not a safety car. It is a safety car. It is a safety car. I was wondering why it wasn't showing up for us, but it is a safety car. Ignore what it says on the screen. Safety car is coming out, and probably the worst start imaginable we can have in PSGL tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, Top G involved in that as well. Don't know if he's got damage. I'm just checking on his front wing at the moment. But Cortez has no front wing at all, so he was caught up in that. Looked like a few of the guys were trying to make the moves very, very quick. But yeah, he has got no front left plate as well. So damage there. And I'm looking on board with LB05 to see if he was involved. He looks to be all good with front wing. But yeah, very, very difficult to try and get the move done, and I think someone just hit the rears, spun around, and obviously we've lost Devon and ET8, which is really, really unfortunate there. So down to 13, safety car, and well, we go again.
Yeah, we'll be going again, but we'll probably take another lap or two because, well, we're going to have some pit stops, I'm sure. Top G and Cortez will be coming in, and Top G isn't really going to lose much here. Because, oh dear, Cortez has completely missed the corner. out of the strip. It's just really put off people's game today. So we're gonna have some takers for the pits. It looks like, oh, whoa, Top G is out. It looks like he ran into the back of Cortez. Not sure what's happened there, but that is the end of Top G's race as well. Already one lap and we've lost 20% of the field. Just hope what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, really unfortunate. It just needed to go in. Obviously, didn't have that much of a damage compared to Cortez with that front wing, who's just get them changed now onto those mediums, and he'll restart. But obviously, CPI Top G just needed to get into the pit, so may have lost a little bit of awareness. Obviously, may have not lost a little bit of concentration there. But yeah, unfortunately, like you said, 20%. 3 guys out: Ferrari, Alfa Toy, and an Alpine. And yeah, we'll have to see what Cortez can do from the back of this grid. Logan.
Just had a glance at the Discord. Do I call you Golf King or?
You can call me Golf King, or you can call me my name, which is everyone knows me as SJ.
Okay,
so
SJ.
Up to you, my friend. And there you go. It's easier, however you want to do it. I did change my name as I started to play the PGA and got quite good at it. So I thought I'd change my name after 2010. So
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've just had a glance at Discord, and Top G's absolutely furious with LRB05. He says, Evo is saying the internet he has is abhorrent and unacceptable. Well, it's not what he said, but I have to try and be clean about it. You see, I'm under set guidelines. I can't say certain words on the stream, or we get a massive slap on the wrist by our boss. So that's just being transparent here. With 12 cars remaining, so 2 drivers here are not going to score. As for some reason, Charles Leclerc and Kevin Magnussen are showing up on, and Lando Norris as well, are showing up on the big screens here, which are not in this race. You have been conned if you were told that there was a certain Jarno Otmir here as well. He's not here. Neither is Max Verstappen. Ignore those screens. We have the better drivers here. We've got Marius and Hazara. I'm sure they'd give Max Verstappen a run for the money any day on this game. Lap 3, and we should be getting going next lap after the disaster that was lap 1 at turn 2. Hopefully we do not have a repeat of what happened on the first lap. Marius will lead the field away.
That would be very interesting. What's your thoughts, obviously, on the guys on the mediums, Twist, Mislash, LBO5, and GTZ Cortez? Obviously, the hards will go the longer distance. You've also got GL Ethan on those softs. What's your thoughts to those strategies at the moment, even on the safety car on lap 3 out of 25?
Well, it will give them a bit of breathing space, knowing that they're not going to be using their tyres much under the safety car. So the strategies will be a little offset and then normal, but I'm sure it will start to open up as soon as we get into the later portions of the race. Of course, the medium tyres will have to stop earlier, especially if your name is Ethan, and the hards get finished later. But of course, they'll be having to push hell for leather, I'd say, as the medium tyre runners start to come up on them, as we have the drivers coming towards past the monorail track, which goes around the strip. Pretty cool. It's turning into a real futuristic metropolis, this. I wonder what's next. They've got a sphere, they've got a monorail. What's next? Jetpacks? That'd be sick. I mean, we had them in Belgium and Austria.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, it would be exciting. Obviously, we get the amount of money that gets spent on these events is phenomenal. But no, obviously, Las Vegas is great to have on the calendar, and I'm sure everyone is looking extremely forward to it for next season. And hopefully, they get those manholes all sorted, and yeah, we have no drama. But the racing was absolutely fantastic, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what it can do for 2024.
Safety car in this lap, so we're going to get underway once again, hopefully. The last safety car we have tonight. Marius will leave the field. Hazara right behind as he starts to build up a bit of tension. Kind of like that moment on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, where you wait for the question to be given the answer and wonder what the correct answer is, and then he goes for a break. That's the safety car for you. Here he goes. Marius is off and underway. And we are back on the way here in Las Vegas. Lap number 4, and it looks like Hazara has got Luke Thomason for company behind him, but Luke Thomason has Imsapala and Justin on his tail, and they're fighting for 4th. Coming round turn number 3, on the outside is Imsapala, and he gets it. Justin now embroiled in a battle with Ethan on the softs, trying to use as much of those soft tires as he can. Hopefully have some luck. Going on the outside, and he has the racing line on the outside, and he is still side by side, heading into the sphere. And through he goes. Nice move from Ethan, and now you'll have Imsapala for company in the next few corners.
Yeah, you've also got Mislash and RS Cielo. They both having a lovely little battle there. One on hards, one on the mediums. Actually having a little bit of a wheel bang. They're coming through into Sector 1, through that sphere area as well, but loses out there to the Mercedes driver. But now he's got GTZ Cortez right behind. Everyone is extremely close, and they've really got to be careful going into this start of the safety car restart. Logan.
So we come down to the strip at full racing speed for the first time tonight. It's Miles ahead of Hazara, ahead of Luke Thomas and Imsapala, Ethan, Justin, Twist and Grigley battling for 7th place. Hugh, Imslash, Cortez and LRB. Here we come to the corner, and that is Ethan! And Imsapala getting it on at the corner with Imslash still fighting with Kihilu at the back. They're still side by side, heading towards the finish line. It's going to be a game of chicken, perhaps, because the DRS zone is next, but that DRS zone is actually going to be open in the next lap, as here it comes, Shihiru on the inside with Cortez at the side, but no, it is still Shihiru in the 10th spot, that last points paying position. Slash has got a breathing space with Cortez hounding Shihiru for that point, and Ethan's starting to close up now to Imsapala. He knows there's not a lot of time for Ethan to get these softs, the most out of these softs, but he's going to do everything he can to get up the order and hopefully make up some lost time.
Yeah, Cortez as well. He is in P11 at the moment. He's really pushing on to IRT in that P10, snapping the rears a little bit, losing a little bit of oversteer there, trying to get to the back of him. It looks like he's going to try and make the move, but now the gap is just going around about 3.5 tenths, and then you can see there IRT pulling away a little bit, but very, very close there. Cortez nearly goes into the back of IRT just on the braking point, coming into the Las Vegas Boulevard, now onto the main straight. DRS will be enabled very, very soon, so it's going to be very interesting to see when these guys are going to start making the overtakes. But at the moment, no changes currently from P9, P10, P11, and you can see P12, LBR05 is getting very, very close to Cortez as well. So this is like a little bit of a dominoes between 9, 10, 11 and 12 at the moment, Logan.
And we have Ethan closing up on Imsapala once again. Can he get much out of those soft tires? The DRS will be on as we come to turn number 2 with the first activation point. And look how close Imsapala got to Luke Thomason now. Did they make contact there? That's a question to be answered soon, as here we come. The first action of DRS is about to occur, and is Hazara going to have a look up the inside of Marios for the lead? It doesn't look like he's got enough time, no. So it will still be Marios in the lead, heading to the sphere. Luke and Imsapala, and of course Ethan, have a look at the inside of Imsapala, giving Imsapala a bit of pressure, as now the top 5 are closely knit together, and it might be joined by Justin and Twist in a few moments if they keep this up as we head past the monorail and out to the Venetian before this being the win. Who is going to win? I wonder.
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it? Ethan on themselves, he really wants to try and get past Mispala at the moment. Now coming up to Las Vegas Boulevard, and he's got the DRS, but doesn't seem to get the move, and he's too far back. But them softs aren't going to be able to hold the stretch at the moment, so it's unfortunate for Ethan. He really does need to start making some ground, otherwise he is going to fall back further and further and further throughout the race.
And look at this, Luke Thomason's taking the lead. He was third, now he's first, and Myers was first, now he's third. It shows how fast the positions can change on the Las Vegas Strip. The top 4 separated by what looks like 6 or 7 tenths, so close together. Hazara is going to go down the inside for the lead, but he can't get it and he's lost some momentum. Now Marios is trying to gain the position back. Now he'll have a shot at the next DRS zone. And here we come now. And it should be Luke Thomason going into the inside. Hazara trying to get past, but he's going to try and put a defensive move on, and Luke Thomason has done that very well indeed, and he will stay in the lead for now with, oh, look at this. The top 6, top 7, all closer together now.
Yeah, GTZ Cortez has just got past Mislash there with that main straight with the last sector 3 there, and it looks like he's now, trying to make his way on IRT as well. But IRT is falling back from Greglick at the moment. He's 1.4 seconds behind, so he's going to come under extreme pressure from Cortez on the next part of the DRS, which is the Las Vegas Boulevard. Now let's see, he should get the move done here. He has got no one in front of him to help him out, and here comes Cortez, and we know how powerful the DRS, and here we go on the right hand side, easy done, going into the move. Now he'll be able to push on and try and catch Grillick at the moment.
Look at the front, no, sorry, Golf King, we've got a battle for the lead again, and Hazara takes the lead, Luke Thomason in second, and Marios is down to fifth. Now what's happened here? Marios is losing positions left, right and centre. Has he got a problem? He is being swamped by the entire grid. I do not know what is going on with Marios. He is struggling. Twist now trying to get his 6th place, and look at that. 6 cars separated by what? 60 meters? Mental. Absolutely mental. And that's what can go down in Vegas. And Justin now has got Ethan right up ahead, but he's also got Twist behind. He's in an Aston Martin Sandwich. Now Griglick's going to take the 7th position. It's all falling apart for Marios, and in a race where he has to conserve his 11-point lead this early in the competition, it is going absolutely wrong for him. We got a yellow flag in sector 1. That's Luke Thomason! Luke Thomason has had a mistake at the MSG Sphere, and now he's down to 10th. This is an absolute disaster. And Hazara, amongst all this, has got a 1.7 second lead.
Yeah, more drama going on in the top, the bottom, and in the middle pack there. You could see Marios didn't get his exit coming through into Las Vegas Boulevard, then got absolutely bullied by 5, 4, 3, and P8 at the moment. P7 as well, just behind, and has lost so many places. And then earlier on, Luke Thompson was extremely close to Hazara, missed his braking point and locked the wheels, and then had a spin. And as you said, 1.7 seconds in the lead, but Ethan is right on the back.
Whoa, sorry! Sorry, I have to interrupt. Cortez just went off the train. It's a massive crash. Kahula is out in the wall. And that is the end of his race. Luke Thomason is coming into the pits. Virtual safety car is out. The chaos just even get more chaotic. And Thomason nearly hits the wall going into the pits. Sorry, Golf King, I'm too focused on the front of the action. That is where all the action is happening. I understand you want to go to the further back, but everything is just too chaotic to follow. I'm sorry.
No drama, no drama. No, you can see how everything's changed. We're going to the position changes now, and you got Hazara staying where he is. Maspada making up 3. GL Ethan now, he's up 4 places. LNR Justin stays where he is. Twist is up 4 places. Obviously, Marios losing 6 places. Cortez gaining 6 after such a bad start. And then obviously Mislash as well, 3. And obviously IRT, CP, Top G, Devon and EC8 Devil all out. Mercedes, Ferrari, AlphaTauri and an Alpine. But yeah, like you said in the top, it just keeps changing. And Ethan has definitely changed those tyres. No, he hasn't. He's decided to stay on those 8-lap softs.
What?
So it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do. I know. He's 4.5 temps with the safety car, which will probably lose in a second. But yeah, Hazara has got a real good shot here of winning this race if he can pull away from Mispala. But the problem is that Ethan is right up there with Mispala. And there you go. More drama. A drive-through penalty. So drama happening in Las Vegas coming up to lap 10.
Ethan is closing up, but so is Twist to Justin. Into the strip corner we go, the strip chicane, and looks like Twist has got a good run on Justin. Oh, he taps the back of Justin. Marios is up to 6th once again. LRB has been given a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. Griglick is coming in. Now, has he got damage? I'm sure. And bow between Twist and Justin into the corner. And Twist, Justin has gone wide. Justin goes wide, and Twist takes position like taking candy from a baby, and now is behind his teammate. Ethan, who is still not pit despite being on 9-lap-old softs. Luke Thomason has gone up to 8th with Buglik serving his pit stop after losing what looks like his wing, Slash now going up to 9th, but LRB also coming in to serve a drive-through, it seems.
Yeah, 15 laps of racing. It's going to be very interesting between what Ethan and Twist do here, because Twist is on the better strategy. Those mediums are really starting to get the track temperature down. He's really starting to get momentum now, and you can see he's closing in on Ethan. Ethan is going to be a little bit quicker on them softs, but they will start to wear off. Is the question going to be, do they then switch? That's going to be the question. We're looking up on the Las Vegas Boulevard now. Do they make the switch? He is a little bit too far behind, 6.5 temps, and DRS is enabled, but he's under pressure from NLA Eastern Justin behind, so they're going to have to make the switch. If they are going to make the switch, Ethan has made the move on Maspada. He's made the move up into P2 now, so Twisk is going to have to go against Maspada going into Sector 3 on the last sector here, but more drama and a great start by the Aston guys at the moment, Logan.
And Twist now coming towards Sapala on those medium tyres. And this is a brilliant battle heading into the first corner, and a brilliant move for Twist to get up into the podium spots. It is a Haas, Aston Martin, 1, 2, 3, and a Williams in the fourth. This is just the dream reverse grid podium, this. But looks like the battle will continue, heading up as Luke Thomason sets the fastest lap. Ethan, with the soft tyres, is now closing up to Hazara. We would have funked this. The soft tyres that are doing 40% of the race distance, chasing the leader on the hards.
Yeah, that's it's interesting, but they are going to fall off, you know, and that's the thing. And then Zara will go, yeah, you can have the lead, no problem, take the lead. He's now a second behind again now. He's 60% ERS against 14, so you can see that Ethan is really, really burning that ERS as well. He's actually pulling away from his teammate as well. The question's going to be, is obviously these top 5 are very, very close, but the rest of the pack, you've got Marias, Cortez, Luke Thompson, Miss Flash, Grigic, and LRBO5. They're quite far behind. So this is the battle between the top 5, and there you go. Justin gets past Maspada, and then you got Ethan. Twist gets past Ethan. Everyone is changing. Then you got Justin going on the inside as well. He gets past Ethan. Ethan has to put the brakes on. That pushes Mazzara wide, and they are now going wheel to wheel, and it's Sauce versus Hards, and you were saying about the softs, and then they'll fall back down into P4, and now he's got the battle with Maspada, who is right behind him, who is really going to push him all the way, probably going to go into the move, coming into the first corner. Yes, he does. Ooh. And there you go, soft runners. Oh, no! He's got a little bit over to the right, and loses out there to Ethan again on them softs, but Maspada's going to come back at him. More drama going on in the top 5 there, Logan.
And Marius has come in to make his pit stop. Meanwhile, the battle between Sapala and Ethan continues. Sapala stays behind as Ethan tries to keep his soft tyres in shape. They must be screaming for grip right now. As Hazara's lead is now 1.4 seconds, Twist needs to get a hustle on here, and he may as well. This is Las Vegas after all. Coming through to the Venetian, and then it will be the win. I mean, how many casinos are there? Instead of having pub crawls, you've probably got casino crawls. That would be quite an interesting trip for Las Vegas, but there you go, that's Las Vegas for you. My city is full of pubs, and that's probably every city in Scotland or the United Kingdom. As the battle between Ethan and Sapala continues down the strip. They've been exchanging positions down the strip for probably the entire mid part of the race. And once again it happens, and Justin on the inside of Twist, and that's nicely done, and through he goes. And now that battle's going to let Sapala and Ethan join the fray again, as Luke Thomason gets past Cortez. That's 11 seconds behind though, and Sapala fighting Twist now, as Ethan is coming in at last. He's coming into the pits, as Sapala will now fight his evil twin, or just teammate, I guess. And going wheel to wheel into turn number 2. Oh, and a slide from Sapala. He'll have to take the DRS though, as they come out of the corner. Whoa, what's this? That's a massive wide from Twist, and that's easy pickings from Sapala, who has the DRS. That means he gets going even further ahead, and Hazara now has a 2.5 second lead.
He's got damage. Twister's got damage. He says
Oh,
Vic Dibby came
no!
off going down that main straight, and yeah, you can see if you look on his top on the left hand side, you can see there is no front left plate there.
I can't change camera. All right, here we go.
Twister's got damage. He's got damage on that front wing. That's the reason why he's had to pull Mispala out, which is unfortunate. So the two hard runners at the top at the moment, and everyone pretty spread out now. Twister's 8.5 tenths behind Mispala. Then you've got 8 seconds. Luke Thompson, who is absolutely flying at the moment, but the ERS that they've used as well. Hazara has maintained his ERS very well, 35%. Mispala's 16. Twist none. He has lost all of it on lap 13. Luke Thompson's got 24, and then GTR Cortez as well. He's having a very, very good race on those 11 lap mediums. Gonna have to pit. NLR Justin, he's got quite a lot as well. So all the way down at the back, they've got a lot of ERS. But yeah, it's going to be interesting for Twist. He's going to have to continue going. I reckon we'll see him come in, change that front wing, get onto those hards, and push again.
He's coming in. Sapala is also coming in. I'm assuming this is for medium tyres, and Twist will be in for wing change and hards. Luke Thomason goes on ahead. He'll be promoted to second place temporarily. Hazara is staying out and will be undercut, it seems, and he'll probably have no other choice but to be, because Sapala was about 2.5 seconds ahead. He's going to have to find that time from a miracle, it seems like, because it's not quite that easy to get undercut here on this game. Hazara still in the lead on lap 14, and he started in second place. Marius has had an absolute shocker. He was at 10th before the pit stops. I don't know what has happened to him since the start. Slash has went from 13th to 7th, though, so that's pretty impressive from the AlphaTauri driver. As we see, Hazara's lead is now just under 10 seconds. At this rate, I'm starting to think this is no longer a race of who's the fastest. It's more like a race of who can survive the disasters, like that Roblox game, or Drive to Survive, would you say? I think we used to play a mode with, if you remember, Formula Hun, and if you remember, of course, Jess, our lovely co-commentator, well, not co-commentator, but one of our top commentators in the division, as Ethan and Sapala are still fighting. Ethan and Sapala down the strip, into the corner, this fourth place. Sapala holds up, but yes, Hazara is pitting, so Luke Thomason will take the lead because he's not coming in. Justin doesn't seem like he's coming in either, but yes, Jessica Ball, of course, one of our top commentators here, used to race in open lobbies in a Drive to Survive, where simulation damage was on, rules were off, so it was pretty much free reign, demolition derby stuff. But anyway, this is a normal regulation Formula 1 style 50% race, and Luke Thomason is now in the lead with Hazara pitting.
Yeah, OP Twist has just made the move on Cortez as well, up into P8, and you've now got Ethan, who is extremely close to Masala. He's actually having a very, very good race, pushing onto those softs, onto those mediums now. Will be able to go to the end, and he's pushing on Masala, and we've seen these two battle most of this race. It's 4.5 tenths, closest battle on track at the moment. Everyone else is pretty spread out. 6.5 tenths, going to be very interesting to see coming into Las Vegas Boulevard if he's going to get the DRS. He is in that area at the moment. Sorry, 7.5 tenths. My voice keeps going a little bit funny. Ethan now coming into the Las Vegas, and you can see he's got two Haas behind him, in Sahara and Grigic as well. And Grigic Hazara is in the DRS with Ethan as well, so he's gonna probably bring him along. Ethan doesn't seem to get the better of Mispala. As you can see how powerful that DRS is. Is he gonna be able to get the move coming into the lovely chicane? No, he's got right behind him though, and yeah, it'll be very interesting to see. Hazara was actually falling back 1.3 there, and Ethan's going to have another go coming into this lovely section here, which I absolutely love, but no, doesn't get the move done, so probably maybe the next lap, because he's got the pace on him, definitely for a fact there, Logan.
Funnily enough, I'm not even sure who's going to win this race. I've actually lost track. I mean, Luke Thomason, I'm not sure he's going to pit again. I think he's trying to depend on a safety car, because at this rate, Justin could take the lead here, but then he's got Ethan and Msapala coming back as well. And Ethan's done very well on those soft tyres. I think with that safety car, it pretty much aided him to save his tyres, and then he had a virtual as well. So this is a very good performance from Ethan. You never know, this could be a dark horse for the win tonight. I think he changed them during the first safety car period, actually, so I wouldn't blame him doing that. Hazara starting to close up on the drivers fighting for the podium. That's being Sapala and Ethan, who have been sparring for the entirety of this Las Vegas race. Mario's starting to come behind Griglet, but I think the early setbacks may cost him victory. It was his third consecutive pole, but he's only managed to convert one of them into a victory so far. I do believe he, correct me if I'm wrong, I think he won, no, it was Top G that won the first race, but lost it due to a penalty, as Sapala is passed by Ethan again. Sorry I missed that. And Azara now licking his lips, thinking, I want a piece of the action. Mario's Formula getting past Griglet for 6th place, as it looks like we are going to enter lap number 17 of this race.
Yeah, it's interesting here. Ethan is really putting on the pressure on these guys as well. Just passing NLR Mazzara. Now is on NLR Justin as well, but Hazara is behind. But one thing to look at Hazara is his ERS. He's only got 21%. He is maintaining it, but compared to the guys at the top, they've got a lot more. And as you can see, Ethan doing fantastically well. They're maintaining his ERS, 56% against Justin's 40, and Hazara's 22. So Hazara is really burning that ERS to catch up and to try and make moves. And you can see Maspala now is coming back at Ethan as going into the sphere section there, and you can see this is going to be very interesting going into the Las Vegas Boulevard coming up with NLR Justin, Ethan and Maspala and Hazara, because they are all getting very, very close. As you can see, Ethan is only 6.5 tenths behind NLR Justin, and if he can hit around about 4.5 tenths or 5.5 tenths before he gets to Las Vegas Boulevard, he'll get the move done. He's 6.18, 6.5, 5.5 tenths. He's definitely going to get the move now. He's going to burn, is he going to burn any ERS? He doesn't seem to be burning anything at the moment. 60%, here it comes. Look how powerful it is. So powerful. Going to get the move done. Pushes over to the left-hand side. Gets the job done, but then Maspala is going to come in with the slipstream, and he's going to go for the move. He does, and he pulls out there right at the end. I honestly thought he was going to go for the job there, but now you've got a 4 DRS train, and Ethan can now push on, but he's got NLR Justin following very closely, Maspala and Hazara just behind, and Hazara is probably just waiting for one of these guys to make a mistake because he is on those fresher tyres, and you can see there NLR Justin struggling coming out, Maspala getting right behind, and Ethan is trying now to pull away. They are all behind each other, very, very close. One mistake and it's curtains for all 4 of these drivers, but we are definitely going to see some more overtakes very shortly, Logan, in that lovely Silverstone, Las Vegas
Silverstone?
What the? Yes, sorry. I got confused. I'm English, so I got confused with the track. My apologies.
I mean, I was at the British Grand Prix earlier this summer, so... But anyway, yes, Ethan leading that 4-car train, and they're all chasing one man, Luke Thomason, who took pole in the first race, hasn't won since last season in China, and looks like he's in the lead, but he's got to fend off these four horsemen right behind him for the win on much older tyres with 7.5 laps to go, and here they come down the stretch. It's going to be a free wide move. Ethan getting passed by Justin Msapala. Msapala trying to get past Justin into the corner, and the shuffling continues, and now the deck is really stacked against Luke Thomason here in Las Vegas. The roulette wheel is about to be spun. All bets are closed. Deal that shoe immediately. Msapala looking for a move at the first turn. He won't get it. He's not holding all the aces yet, it seems. Apparently that's Justin right now on the fresher set than Thomason. Look at how close they are. Separated by about a second, these top 5. You cannot You cannot even think who's close out there, even though I did say the table was close. But Luke Thomason now really start to feel the heat of these four. And now it's starting to look very feisty indeed as they head into the sphere section. And there's a yellow. Oh, that's Griglick. He's out of the session. He's hit turn number 4. Now, what's that going to be? It's a safety car, so this is going to be quite interesting for the Luke Thomason. What do you do here? If you go in and the other drivers don't go in, then have you got an advantage? I don't think so. You'd have to. I'm looking at you going down to 8 here. I think. What do you do here if you're in this position? 10-lap-old Softs, 4 laps or 5 laps older than those behind him, and you have a safety car. We're going to have a 4-lap shootout.
He's not going to win. He's not going to win. His tyres are too old. I think the one to what. Yeah, so no, I don't want to put a down on it, but no.
Everyone's in a box, I think.
I don't know. Maybe all 7 pit for the softs.
Any takers? Everybody's in.
I've got it spot on. There you go. Oh, overtaking in the pits. Is that allowed? What? Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, it is. It is allowed.
Okay.
It is allowed. It's just not in the. It is being done by Sebastian Vettel. So I'm not sure actually if he's not done it in the lines, then I think that might be a penalty. I'm not sure, but I'm going to say right now that is perfectly okay. Soft tyres on for everyone, unsurprisingly. Marius and Twist coming in almost together there as they make their way out.
This is going to make it very interesting here, Logan. You can see, obviously, Luke Thompson, obviously slow on those older tyres. Now he's got fresh tyres. He's down at the front. It is exactly the same formation that we basically saw the last lap before the safety car, and it's been basically gone from start to finish again, and then back from the back to the start because how close they were from the beginning. So this is going to be juicy with 5 laps remaining. With these top 5, even top 6, even top 7 actually, because we've seen how quick Twist has been in this race as well.
We're going to have a shootout at the strip. We're going to reshuffle the deck. We're going to re-roll the dice. We're going to spin that wheel and hopefully it lands on green 0 or the double 0. Well, I am. I mean, we don't have just red or black here. We have 10 different options on who's going to win this race.
I'm going for the Aston Martin GL Ethan.
Well, that's green. 0 and double 0. Well, technically Red Bull. There's no blue on a roulette wheel. It would be cool if they had more than 3 colours on the roulette wheel. I remember there used to be this one at the amusement park where you had a wheel with like several different colours and pit lockery, but that doesn't exist anymore. It closed down because the economy is rubbish here. It's a seaside. It's not a seaside town. It's a village town. That's somewhat popular tourists, but I won't drag on any further about my country. We're going to be doing another lap. I think we'll be doing 4 more laps here of the race. So very tense atmosphere here. It will be for the final 2 laps, because you don't get it in the first 2 laps after a restart.
So, question is, guys, whoever's watching it on in the stream, comments, get your comments in. Who is going to take this round 4 Las Vegas F3 PSGL win? Is it going to be Luke Thompson? Is it going to be Espada? Is it going to be NR Justin? Is it going to be GL Ethan? Is it going to be Hazara? Is it going to be Marios? Is it going to be Twist, Cortez, LBR5, or Miss Slash, who has just gone into pits again for a fresh set of softs, who will be joining the pack very, very shortly? What's your thoughts here, Logan? Who is going to take the win of round number 4 F3 PSGL?
Oh my gosh, I can't really say. At this rate, it could be Mario's for all the action unfolds at the front. Sorry, I'm going to just say it right now. Even if there's like a crasher in the first few corners, I don't think the safety car will be coming out again. This will be its last charade for the night as it makes its way around the MSG sphere. That's the Mercedes safety car. Yo, mate, I want my Alpine safety car or the McLaren safety car. Come on, where is it at? I want it.
He's avoided the question, guys. I don't know if he's still... I've not heard the name. Who's going to win it, Logan?
I can't put a bet on. I'm not biased.
Come on. Who's going to win it?
Okay, knowing Sapala's pace, probably him, but it's too close to call at this rate. With everyone in on pretty much level playing field, 10 drivers, by the way, pretty much all guaranteed points if they survive these next few laps, because the top 10 score at least a point, 16 for the win now. So I'm sure the safety car is coming in this lap.
I'm just looking on board at the moment, and it doesn't seem to be moving over to the left as of yet.
There it is. We're going underway.
There you go, so... people are saying in the chat, Luke.
Whoa.
We've got one person saying Luke Thompson is going to win this race, so we'll have to wait and see. This is going to get very juicy, guys. If you haven't tuned in. This is going to be very juicy. It's a sprint finish to the end. Everyone is on the same tyres, all the same one lap, apart from Miss Slash at the back, 6.5 tenths behind LBO5 at the moment. Obviously, we've seen these guys battle with Luke Thompson, Miss Barlow, and Justin, but they're all about to come.
Really leaving it to the last minute, and tables closed. Here we go, 4 to go in Las Vegas, and Justin immediately trying to get past Sapala, but he can't get it. Ethan on the inside has Zara going wide, and he won't be getting a position in there, but he comes back at him into turn number 3, and has a just at the corner, but he can't get it now. He's going to have to defend like mad. It's Ethan down the straight towards turn number 4. Into the corner we go, and Zara goes for it. But Ethan is still trying to hold on. Into the sphere they go, side by side. And it's still Ethan hanging on by a thread. How has he managed to do that?
He's got the move done because he came in at a better angle there. You could see Hazara having to go the longer way round, and then obviously Ethan came in the shorter round and obviously had the racing line, so just basically shut the door. So Hazara's really pushed himself. Has he pushed himself a little bit too much there? So Ethan can now get back to the back of Justin, because it's literally 3.5 tenths between the top 3 at the moment. But Thompson is in control at the moment. Just burn that ERS, try and pull away, get away from Espala, but it doesn't look like he's going to, because Justin and Ethan are now coming back. Everyone is going to try and make this move on these last couple of corners, coming into Sector 3, Logan.
And Twist is having a look up. Myers got a penalty. That will be the end of his fate and chances, and he's surely not going to be recovering from that. He was pole position, he just fell down the order bit by bit, and now that penalty is the final nail in the coffin for Mario's. 3 laps to go, and Sapala closing up on Luke Thomason with Justin and Ethan behind through turn number 3 once again. Sapala running out of time. He needs to find a good point. Actually, would you want to be leading in this scenario? It's going to be a bit of cat and mouse, or a game of chicken even. But how are you going to play a game of chicken with 7 other drivers? It's just seemingly ridiculous what you can do. I think you just drive on at this point, hell for leather with these new soft tyres. Sapala and Justin, both NLR drivers, are they going to do a secret alliance and team up on Luke Thomason, who's fighting for his what looks like his life out there? Like it's the rumbling in Attack on Titan. It is just mind-boggling to watch. It looks like the entirety of the world is coming towards him. Down the strip we go the last time without the DRS. But what moves are going to be made? I'm sure he's got that ERS saved up. He does. Looks like all the drivers are reluctant to use ERS except Ethan. Ethan has used about half it up. They're all separated by about a quarter of a second. Here comes Sapala riding up on the tail of the proprietor of Luke Thomason into the corner. Having a look, but no, he can't. He stays put in second place.
Yeah, he's got himself a little bit trying to make that move there. You can see Luke Thompson doing a phenomenal job. Still around about 90% ERS at the moment, but Sparta is really going to push now. We've got two more laps to go of this race. You can see Ethan is burned 54% compared to everyone else hitting on that 90. He's pulled away from Hazara, but Hazara's pulled it back again. Ethan is probably the one that's going to make this move, trying to get that P3 at the moment. And as you can see, everyone's got DRS. He is the only one catching NLR Justin at the moment. As you can see, he's right behind. But the problem is he's going to burn the ERS, Justin, and just pull away. But NLR Sparta has to go for the move soon or later. Someone has got to make the gamble. You can see he is gearing him up to make the move, but he just loses a little bit of time in a few areas where he's just pushing. Luke Thompson is pushing hard, and you can see he is pushing hard because he's got the fastest sector one there going purple. So 6.5 tenths now. You can see there might have been a mistake by Maspada because he has pulling away.
7
and he's going to have to
tenths.
pull away now. He has to pull away because of the DRS is going to be enabled. This is Maspada's chance. 5 tenths, dropping down into 4, dropping down into the 3, dropping down into the 2, dropping down into the 1. He just can't go for the move. He's trying to push. And here comes Justin on the left-hand side and gets the job done on Maspada into P2. And there you go, Maspada just could not get the acceleration coming down that main straight. But he's going to come back at Justin now. More drama going on, and Justin making himself into P2. And he'll be the one pushing on to Luke Thompson now, Logan.
This is it, the final lap. Luke Thomason's done everything he can to hold on to that lead for several laps now, with a great reset coming on lap 19. This is it. He has to keep it all together. He's going as defensive as possible, as legally possible within the bounds of the rules, to stay ahead of Justin and Sapala, who are also jostling for second place. Got Ethan and Azara back there fighting into the spear, and no, he can't get it done. Ethan needs to find a move, needs to find some time to get towards Sapala and be a fighting chance. The shootout down the strip beckons for our 10 brave warriors into the win for the final time tonight. Oh no! Justin's lost it! No. Justin has lost it! That's surely it! For Justin, he's out of the race! And he will only get 10 points! Who is going to win it? It looks like Luke Thomason! And now Ethan getting swapped by Hazara, who's going to take an unlikely second place in Sapala, coming through as well! Sapala now challenging for second place from Azara, twisting Ethan behind into the corner, and a push from Sapala, but I don't think it's going to face off Hazara. Now Luke Thomason looks like he knows he's done it. He's done enough. He's evaded all the chaos and it's going to win
finish
for second place. Oh no!
Oh, the Spire has lost it on the last corner coming round. Oh my God, drama! That was going to be a photo finish between P2. Oh, I thought it was
what madness is that? And what happens in PSGL stays in PSGL, kids. Just you remember that. Luke Thomason wins the thriller in Vegas, with Hazara controversially taking second place. We'll have to take another look at that. I just caught the end of Sapala losing it round that corner. Oh, and Justin.
Do you interview?
I think we have to at this point.
Do you interview? Because I'll tell you, I'd love to hear what Thompson's got to say, because that was extreme pressure. Because Maspada had that. He had that. He just needed to get round that last corner. And Justin as well. Oh, just that is drama. That is so much drama right at the end.
Byron, what have you missed? You missed a thriller. Twist, by the way, gets third place by just under a tenth ahead of his teammates. From 14th, Cortez finished 5th. Props to him, and he gets 6 points, not 10. That's the wrong scoring system. Marius will get an extra point. Sapala, only got a penalty as well. Now, was that for cutting the corner at the line? It must have been. He finishes 8th. Justin, although he did not finish the race, he will get a 10th place finish for 1 point. So yeah, it's Luke Thomason that wins ahead of Hazara and Twist. And with that, I think. Let me just check. Let me just do the maths. Yes, we have. No, we don't. We don't have. I thought we had a new championship leader. We don't. Mario's finished
Oh,
with
that's it.
2 points.
Bring all the hopes up for the guys.
Leads by 1 point ahead of Hazara, who's on 41.
Wow.
Mario's on 42. Is he on 42? No, 43. I do apologise. He gets 3 points for finishing ninth and the fastest lap. Luke Thomason going up to 21 with that win, putting him instead just on the same amount of points as Ethan, also on 21.
Yeah.
And
Wow,
Twist
massive.
getting a third place. That's a crazy finish. Only in PSGL, folks. Forget about what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. What happens in PSGL stays in PSGL. Lewis Thomason won that.
Phenomenal. Obviously, you don't interview the drivers, which is a shame because that would have been a
I
great
have
interview.
to. I have to. This is an exception for the night.
Oh, you've got to. You've got to interview those guys. Oh, that was just phenomenal racing right near the end there. Just everyone having the same ERS, the DRS, and just yeah, and obviously Thompson is the only one that was probably going to be the worrying one because he's got no one in front of him to gain that DRS, but he managed to stay out in front due to massive two errors there because it looked like Justin had him. It really did. He was gearing it up and then lost it. It's very unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself, I'm sure.
He will. He just got too aggressive in the win corner. And it cost him everything but 1 point. So I'm just asking if they want to be joined. I'm just going to check what happened in the other divisions. Is that PC, PlayStation F1, not PC. PC's taking a break because of esports. Thanks a lot, Thomas Ronner. Wait, they had inters? What? Oh my god, it was raining. It was raining in PSGL PCF1 and what the hell? Oh my god. So I'm just checking the results of the other race and yeah, that had a crazy end as well. Right, so we're gonna try and actually get Hazara in the voice chat.
Are we interviewing the top three?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hello, Hazara. Congrats, you
Hello.
survived. You survived the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Yeah, thank you.
What was going through your mind in those past few laps? That must have been the most intense race of your season so far.
Yeah, well, it was, but at the same time, it was pretty controlled. I tried to save as much ERS as I could at the end there. But first of all, congrats to Luke.
But
He was
yeah,
really, really quick there in the front, and yeah. But obviously, I was kind of unlucky with the safety car, the second one, because I had the freshest tires, so I got undercut, but that was the plan. But then the second safety car kind of threw a spanner in the works there. But after that, I was P5, and I was thinking I should be P3 on the last lap because then I'll have a chance to win. But obviously it's hard to overtake when everyone has full batteries and fresh tires, so I had to settle for P5. And then there was an incident in the corner before the strip, so I gained I gained like 2 or 3 positions there, and then I got up to P2, and then it was a drag race to the line, and I managed to secure P2.
I'm just looking at your battle between Imsapala. It spun at the very last corner of the race, and it seemed like Sapala tried to make an inside move on you, but he cut the corner. So I guess that might have justified the fact that Hazara probably should have been second all along.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, he went for a really late move to the inside, and I had already turned in. So, and there's like no space, so I think he just went for a gap that wasn't there. But obviously, I understand why he did it, and I don't blame him for that. But I don't think it was on me because I had already turned in, and I was basically at the apex when he committed to the inside, and yeah, he just cut the corner, and I think he hit the inside wall there. So unlucky, obviously.
Yeah.
I wish that wouldn't have happened, but I think I would have gotten P2 anyway.
Yeah, it was a brave move, and he did get a penalty for it and spin. So I think he finished 8th overall as a result. And 5th to 2nd on the final lap. I'm just seeing the battle again. Lots of shuffling. Of course, we see Justin make that spin. That was quite unfortunate. And I'm not sure, did he retire on track? I think that might be looked at. So that promotes you up, and then you've got what looks like you getting past Imsapala. I think Imsapala was a bit confused about what happened to his stricken teammate, and then easy move on Ethan, who has no ERS.
Yeah.
And then you're just defending for your life, which totally understandable. Oh my! And he nearly hit you as well into the final chicane, did Sapala, coming out towards the straight. That was quite thrilling, to say the least. But Thomason came out on top. You managed to get second place, and I know I shouldn't have an opinion on here, but if that is the second place, then very well done to you, sir, especially when you, with a unlucky safety car and starting from second place to start with, massive props to you, man.
No, thank you, and thank you for commentating.
Oh, no problem.
I like to watch back the stream, so thanks for.
Oh no, he's gonna listen to my crazy excitement again.
No, it's all good. I enjoy it. So thanks,
Thank
guys,
you.
and see you next week, maybe.
See you next week, which will be my birthday next week.
Oh wow.
I'm not decided if I'm going to be doing anything, so it's not sure if I will be back, but I'm not sure if it'll be the 11th as well, so it may be until the 18th, and that'll be the last week before the break, so it would suck, but yeah, I'm just putting out there now, I'm probably not going to be around for the next 2 weeks. It will depend on my availability, of course, but, it's coming to Christmas, we have work, and I work in a grocery store, and they are so busy when it is Christmas, so, we don't get much free time, but it's all worth it, considering that, it's the season of giving.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But well done once again, Hazara. So. Yeah.
Thank you, and enjoy your birthday.
Thank you. I'll be 25.
25. Okay, we're the same age.
Hey.
Okay, see you, mate. Bye.
Well done, mate. Well done.
Thank you, man.
don't think we're
Want to
going to get
drive?
the other drivers in time. No, we won't be able to. Twist has declined, and I don't think we read from Luke Thomason. So that's going to end it for tonight. What a race, what a finish. That pretty much sums Las Vegas up in a nutshell. You thought the real life ending was crazy. You ain't seen nothing yet. I've been Otaku Logan. He's been the Golf King, or SJ. I'm not sure what's going to be coming next week, but hopefully Byron's back after his brief promotion to James Head's role of James Head's sidekick for the weekend, because unfortunately Jess, I'm sorry, Jessica, was ill tonight, so I do apologise. I'm a bit coffee tonight. I had a bit of a cold, but I managed to fight through it. And next week, as Mario still leads, albeit by 2 points, 43 to 41. Unofficially, there may be penalties after the race. Our next race will be Austria on the 4th of December 2023, and then it will be Monza and then Singapore after that on the 11th and 18th respectively, before our well-earned Christmas break. So that'll do it. See you next week. Hopefully I'll be here at 8 o'clock, same time, same place, PSGL. And one more thing I forgot to mention, our sponsor. We're sponsored by GT Omega, and you can get a 5% discount if you use the code PSGL at checkout for all your gaming peripherals for sim racing. And I absolutely do not regret using PSGL, the code, because it is absolutely fantastic. It is Cyber Monday. They did have a big Black Friday deal, I think, going on. I'm not sure that's still up, but whatever it is, I still recommend GT Omega. But yep, that is it. This is for real now. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next race, which will be in Austria. And until next week, good night.